In the quiet cantonment town of Mao, there started a journey that changed India forever. A journey that started on 14th of April 1891 when a child was born who went on to change India's destiny and became architect of modern India and architect of Constitution of India. Hello and welcome viewers, you're watching this special presentation of Sunset TV from the birthplace of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, Mao. In this edition, let's take a look at his immense contribution. Come along with me on this journey.
बाबा साहब मानवता के पक्षकार थे। अमानवीयता की हर चीज को वो नकारते थे, उसका परिमार्जन का प्रयास करते थे और हर चीज संवैधानिक तरीके से करते थे। बाबा साहब हमें क्या संदेश देते थे? उन्होंने समाज को एक ही बात कही, भाई शिक्षित बनो, और एक बार अगर आप शिक्षित होंगे तो दुनिया के सामने आप आंख से आंख मिला करके बात कर पाओगे। दूसरा मंत्र दिया, संगठित बनो, और तीसरा बात बताया, मानवता के पक्ष में संघर्ष करो, अमानवीय चीजों के खिलाफ आवाज उठाओ। ये तीन मंत्र आज भी हमें प्रेरणा देते रहे हैं, हमें शक्ति देते हैं। बाबा साहब अंबेडकर ने जिस भावना से जिन कामों को किया वो पूर्णतया पवित्र राष्ट्र निष्ठा थी, समाज निष्ठा थी। और इसलिए हमारा संकल्प यही रहे, दलित हो, पीड़ित हो, शोषित हो, वंचित हो, गरीब हो, आदिवासी हो, गांव में रहने वाला हो, झुग्गी झोपड़ी में जीने वाला हो, शिक्षा के अभाव में तरसने वाला हो, इन सब के लिए अगर कुछ काम करना है तो बाबा साहब आम्बेडकर हमारे लिए सदा सर्वदा एक प्रेरणा है।
हमारी सरकार ने बाबा साहब के योगदान को देश दुनिया के सामने प्रखरता से रखा है। देश विदेश में बाबा साहब जहां जहां रहे, हमने उन उत्थानों को पंच तीर्थ के रूप में विकसित किया। महू में उनका जन्म स्थान, नागपुर में दीक्षा भूमि, मुंबई की चैत्य भूमि, दिल्ली में जहां उन्होंने अपना अंतिम समय बिताया, और लंदन में अंबेडकर मेमोरियल होम, ये पंच तीर्थ आने वाली पीढ़ियों को प्रेरित करते रहेंगे।
Baba Saheb Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, the chief architect of the Indian Constitution. He was a scholar par excellence, a champion, a visionary, an emancipator, and a true promoter of social justice. Dr. Bhim Rao Ramji Ambedkar, popularly known as Baba Saheb Ambedkar, is widely revered as one of the architects of the Indian Constitution. A man of immense stature and many facets, he was also a renowned political leader, eminent jurist, Buddhist activist, philosopher, anthropologist, historian, orator, writer, economist, scholar, and editor. Dr. Ambedkar fought to eradicate the social evils like untouchability and the rights of socially marginalized and other socially backward classes throughout his life. He was appointed as India's first law minister in the cabinet of Jawaharlal Nehru. He was posthumously awarded the Bharat Ratna, India's highest civilian honor, in 1990. This is the exact point where Baba Saheb's journey started, where his memories rest, reminding us constantly that justice, equality, and dignity are eternal.
ये भूमि पर डॉक्टर बाबा साहब अम्बेडकर पैदा हुए, जन्म लिया। इसके वजह से हम लोग अभी जो भी हम अधिकार मिले वो संविधान के वजह से, और संविधान निर्माता परम पूजनीय बोधिसत्व डॉक्टर बाबा साहब अम्बेडकर है। अगर डॉक्टर बाबा साहब अम्बेडकर यहाँ पैदा नहीं होते तो हम भी कहीं के नहीं होते और ये देश भी कहीं का नहीं होता है। अब जो दलित पिछड़े वाले वर्ग के लोग हैं वो संविधान के वजह से जहाँ भी जाए वहाँ जा सकते हैं, अपना अधिकार जता सकते हैं। डॉक्टर बाबा साहब अम्बेडकर ने संविधान के वजह से ही ये देश को जितना भी जाति धर्म पाने वाले लोग हैं उन सभी लोगों को संविधान के वजह से अधिकार दे दिए और ये सब एक है। हम बोलते हैं भारत मेरा देश है, सभी भारतीय भाई बहन है। तो डॉक्टर बाबा साहब अम्बेडकर ने जो संविधान लिखा है वो संविधान में समता, स्वतंत्र, बंधुत्व और न्याय के अधिकार दे दिया। ये अधिकार के वजह से ये भारत का नहीं तो हर कंट्री, हर देश में बाबा साहब का नाम लेकर डॉक्टर बाबा साहब अम्बेडकर को विश्व विधाता कहते हैं। तो ये जगह इतना इम्पोर्टेंट है, अगर डॉक्टर बाबा साहब अम्बेडकर यहाँ पैदा ही नहीं होते तो ये कुछ नहीं होता। इसीलिए इस जगह का केवल भारत देश में नहीं तो हर देश विदेश में जगह का बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट, बहुत ही महत्व है।
Dr. Ambedkar was born on April 14, 1891 at Mau, near Indore, in the central province, now Madhya Pradesh. He was the 14th child of his parents. In the year 1908, young Bhim Rao passed the matriculation examination from Bombay University with flying colours. 4 years later, he graduated in political science and economics from Bombay University and got a job in Baroda. Around the same time, his father passed away. Although he was going through a bad time, Bhim Rao decided to accept the opportunity to go to the US for further studies at Columbia University, for which he was awarded a scholarship by Maharaja of Baroda. He remained abroad from 1913 to 1917 and again from 1920 to 23. During this period, he had established himself as an eminent intellectual. Columbia University had awarded him the PhD for his thesis, which was later published in a book form under the title The Evolution of Provincial Finance in British India. But his first published article was Castes in India, Their Mechanism, Genesis and Development. During his tenure in London from 1920 to 23, he also completed his thesis titled The Problem of the Rupee, for which he was awarded the degree of DSc. Before his departure for London, he taught at a college in Bombay and also brought out Marathi Weekly. By the time he returned to India in April 1923, Dr. Bhim Rao Ambedkar had equipped himself fully to wage war against the practice of untouchability on behalf of the untouchable and the downtrodden. Meanwhile, the political situation in India had undergone substantial changes and the freedom struggle in the country had made significant progress. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was an extraordinary leader who had a significant impact on the Indian freedom struggle by advocating not only the independence from British, but above all, emancipation of the downtrodden communities. He worked against the social drawback of the caste system and started to fight for political rights and social justice for the underprivileged. He was at the forefront of movements like Mahad Satyagraha, which sought to give underprivileged access to public resources, and he also set up associations for the education and rights of the depressed classes. Let's take a look at his contributions. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar as emancipator of downtrodden. After returning to India from his studies abroad, he observed that caste discrimination was almost fragmenting the nation. He favored the concept of providing reservations for the downtrodden and other religious communities. With the aim of reaching out to people and making them understand the drawbacks of the prevailing social evils, he launched a newspaper called Mook Nayak, that is, Leader of the Silent. In 1923, he set up the Outcasts Welfare Association for spreading education and culture amongst the downtrodden, improving the economic status and raising matters concerning their problems in the proper forums to focus attention on them and finding solutions to the same. In 1927, he led the Mahad March to the Chaudhar Tank. This marked the beginning of the anti-caste and anti-priest movement. The temple entry movement launched by Dr. Ambedkar in 1930 at Kalaram Temple, Nasik, is another landmark in the struggle for human justice and social justice. Following the British government's announcement of the Communal Award granting the depressed classes the right to separate electorates in September 1932, Dr. Ambedkar and Gandhiji reached an understanding which became the famous Pune Pact. According to this pact, the provision for separate electorates was dispensed with and reservations were provided for untouchables in government jobs and legislative assemblies. The pact carved out a clear and definitive position for the downtrodden on the political scene of the country. It opened the opportunities for education and government service for them and also gave them a right to vote. Dr. Ambedkar attended all the 3 roundtable conferences in London and each time emphatically projected his views on the interests of the untouchable. He exhorted the downtrodden sections to raise their living standards and to acquire as much political power as possible.
संविधान के 75वें वर्ष में हम प्रवेश कर रहे हैं। इस सदन के लिए भी ये पड़ाव विशेष है क्योंकि इसे भी 75 साल हुए हैं और इसलिए एक सुखद संयोग है। आदरणीय सभापति जी, मेरे जैसे बहुत लोग हैं इस देश के सार्वजनिक जीवन में जिनके परिवार में कोई गांव का सरपंच भी नहीं रहा है, गांव का प्रधान भी नहीं रहा है, राजनीति से कोई सरोकार नहीं रहा है, लेकिन आज अनेक महत्वपूर्ण पदों पर पहुंच करके देश की सेवा कर रहे हैं और उसका कारण बाबा साहब आम्बेडकर ने जो संविधान दिया है उसने हम जैसे लोगों को अवसर दिया है और मेरे जैसे अनेक लोग हैं जिनको बाबा साहब आम्बेडकर द्वारा दिए गए संविधान के कारण यहां तक आने का अवसर मिला है और जनता जनार्दन ने उस पर मोहर लगाई तो तीसरी बार आने का मौका मिल गया। आदरणीय सभापति जी, संविधान हमारे लिए ये कोई आर्टिकल्स का कंपाइलेशन मात्र नहीं है, हमारे लिए उसका स्पिरिट भी और उसके शब्द भी बहुत मूल्यवान है।
Baba Sahib taught us that it's not about privilege, but it's about perseverance. This place stands as a pilgrimage for millions who walk the path he illuminated.
Dr. Ambedkar as a nation builder. Baba Sahib underlined the importance of creating not just a political democracy, but also a social and economic one. His doctoral thesis inspired the setting up of the Finance Commission of India, and his works acted as a beacon in framing guidelines for the RBI Act 1934. He was one of the founders of employment exchanges in our country. He played a vital role in establishment of the National Power Grid System, Central Water Irrigation, Navigation Commission, Damodar Valley Project, Hirakund Dam Project and Son River Project. In 1951, Dr. Ambedkar established the Finance Commission of India. He opposed income tax for low-income groups. He contributed in land revenue tax and excise duty policies to establish the economy. He played an important role in land reform and the state economic development. He emphasized equal rights for women for economic development. He laid the foundation of industrial relations after independence. The Reserve Bank of India was based on the ideas that Dr. B.R. Ambedkar presented to the Hilton Young Commission. Dr. Ambedkar was trained as an economist and was a professional economist until 1921 when he became a political leader. He wrote 3 scholarly books on economics: Administration and Finance of the East India Company, The Evolution of Provincial Finance in British India, The Problem of the Rupee, Its Origin and Its Solution. Dr. Ambedkar stressed on the importance of economic and social justice for women. His ideas are crystallized in his article titled Castes in India, Their Mechanism, Genesis and Development in which he argues that both child marriage and sati had roots in an ancient practice or marriage in the same caste. The article is one of the earliest feminist works in India. He strongly advocated for family planning measures for women in Bombay Legislative Assembly. Dr. Ambedkar created awareness among poor, illiterate women and inspired them to fight against the unjust and social practices like child marriage and Devdasi system. He dedicated his efforts to the adequate inclusion of women's rights in the political vocabulary and Constitution of India. The Indian Constitution and its drafting process are often seen as synonymous with Dr. Ambedkar. He is often referred to as father of the Indian Constitution and is probably the most well-known of all the Constituent Assembly members. He became a key figure in India's constitution-making process due to the offices he held and his interventions and speeches in the Assembly. He was the chairman of Assembly's most crucial committee, the Drafting Committee, and a member of other important committees. As its chairman, he had to defend the draft constitution, which the committee prepared and therefore intervened in nearly every debate. On behalf of the Scheduled Caste Federation Party, he wrote and submitted states and minorities to the Constituent Assembly's Subcommittee on Fundamental Rights. A mini constitution in itself, states and minorities framed strong constitutional protection for the scheduled caste community. Dr. Ambedkar's interventions and speeches on various aspects of the constitution were insightful, well-reasoned, and scrupulously researched. This won him the support and respect of other members of the Assembly who appreciated his leadership of constitution-making project. Successive governments have drawn upon Dr. Ambedkar's legacy, but the tenure of Prime Minister Narendra Modi has seen an especially pronounced emphasis on honouring and institutionalizing Dr. Ambedkar's contributions. PM Modi's political narrative often positions Ambedkar as a nation builder whose work transcends caste lines, and several policy decisions, memorial projects and governance reforms highlight this focus. One of the most significant undertakings of the Modi government has been the development of Panch Tirth, a set of 5 sites associated with key phases of Dr. Ambedkar's life. These include his birthplace in Mau, his London residence where he pursued higher education, the Diksha Bhumi in Nagpur where he adopted Buddhism, and Chaitya Bhumi in Mumbai where he was laid to rest, and his residence on 26th Alipur Road in Delhi, where many of his final writings were completed. For the first time, these locations were not only restored but transformed into national memorials, ensuring that Dr. Ambedkar's life journey is preserved as part of India's collective heritage. This initiative reflects an attempt to institutionalize Dr. Ambedkar's memory and allow citizens to understand his intellectual and socio-political evolution. Another important contribution has been the establishment of Dr. Ambedkar International Centre in New Delhi. Envisioned as a global research and educational institution, the centre promotes study on Ambedkar's writings, constitutional thought, economics, and social philosophy. With a world-class library, conference facilities, and research programs, it serves as a hub for scholars and policy makers. This marks a shift from symbolic remembrance to Dr. Ambedkar to a more substantive engagement with his intellectual legacy. Similarly, the creation of a national memorial at 26 Alipur Road provides an immersive experience into Dr. Ambedkar's final years through a modern museum that documents his work on law, economics, religion, and reform. Prime Minister Modi's emphasis on Dr. Ambedkar is not limited to monuments and memorials alone. His government has also strengthened legal safeguards for marginalized communities, particularly through amendments to the SC/ST Prevention of Atrocities Act, the restoration of stringent arrest provisions, and the establishment of special courts reflect the claim that the state must protect the dignity and rights of the most vulnerable, an idea central to Dr. Ambedkar's political philosophy. Alongside these legal measures, several welfare measures introduced by the Modi government, such as the Jan Dhan Yojana, Swachh Bharat Mission, Ujjwala Mission, Ayushman Bharat, Mudra loans, and Stand Up India have been framed as practical steps towards Dr. Ambedkar's vision of social and economic inclusion. By expanding access to banking, sanitation, energy, healthcare, and entrepreneurship, the government argues that it continues Dr. Ambedkar's commitment to upliftment of the poor and marginalized. Furthermore, Dr. Ambedkar's legacy has been given international visibility during Prime Minister Modi's tenure. Ambedkar Jayanti began to be commemorated at the United Nations and in Indian embassies across the world, elevating his global stature as a thinker who contributed to democratic and human rights discourse. Universities in India were encouraged to establish Ambedkar Chair professorships to promote academic research on his ideas. The government also undertook large-scale publication and digital dissemination of his writings, making them accessible to a wider audience in several languages. Dr. Ambedkar's vision of social justice promotes liberty, equality, and brotherhood of all humans. As a rationalist and humanist, he condemned any form of hypocrisy, injustice, or exploitation of man by man. He advocated for a social system in which a man's rank is determined by his merit and achievements, and no one is noble or untouchable because of his or her birth.
भीमा तुझा महुला जाऊन काल आलो, तू रांगलास तेथे दोन असुरू ढाळून आलो. भीमा तुझा महुला जाऊन काल आलो.
Well, viewers, that's all we had for you in this edition. With camera persons Junaid Iqbal Khan and Ajendra Kumar, I'm Kriti Mishra, signing off from Mao.